Hello, I'm just that guy, and today I'm playing the test final revelation. Ugh. Bleh. Hello, I'm just that guy, and today I'm playing the test final revelation, which is the third game in a trilogy in the test trilogy, and I believe this is the final one. There's a fourth game which I believe is tied into these games somehow, which I don't fully know where that's supposed to be put, so I don't know if this is the last game or not. I'm assuming it is because of the title. Also, this music goes hard. Anyways, let's get into it. Before experiencing the test final revelation, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequels, The Test and The Test Hypothesis Rising, first before venturing into this experience. I have played both of these games and made videos on them. Go check them out before this one if you haven't seen them already. You'll stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you played the first two titles, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examinations left off. Okay. I would like to urge you to go play the test followed by the test hypothesis rising now before venturing forward and follow the instructions listed throughout the games, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they are meant to be taken in. Would you like to close this game now so you can have the opportunity to play the test and or the test 2 before playing the test 3 final revelation? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. Really? I didn't know you couldn't exit the game, and I feel like that's not true. I feel like there are ways around closing the game. But anyways, I've already played the games, so let us continue. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of utmost importance. I remember in the other games they really stressed that. Wait, hang on. When the sun comes crashing down and heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you, so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there. Your embrace, so long I've missed. My soul, my love, I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven, as you've rescued me from my hell. What is this random poetry that I'm getting into? So I remember from the other two games that they really stressed being honest with yourself. This one it didn't stress so much, but it does make sense since you should have already played the other games. But being honest with yourself is not always the easiest, so it did say to take time with your questions, which is true. Hey Fate, what's up? No matter what happens, I will always love you. Thanks, pal. Choice. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each droplet of my soul, I swear to you, we are going to find a way out of here. Those are the two people from the first two games, which is cool. The testing room. Ah, good old classic Destiny. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Well, I wasn't expecting you ever. How about that? Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely, I've been watching you. Okay. Studying every breath and every move. Why me specifically? Or is it like you got so much mind power you can see a lot of other people. A few of my former colleagues you may have met, and a slew of questions you've answered without regret. This guy does like to rhyme. I may be similar, but unlike them still, I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the emotion from your soul and make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Okay. Thank you for taking care of my cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. I mean, yeah, sure. To be honest as you can. To take angel's wing or devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. Goddamn poetry. It's going hard. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Fucking Shakespeare over here. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. Oh, I'm digging. You may not go back. You may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul, 'tis burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If you if your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Intense noises. Dun dun dun. Okay. Now, let the examination begin. Okay. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yes. Sometimes I feel very, very, very inadequate, I guess. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Sometimes, yeah. But I also understand that there are situations where my friends or family can't currently give me as much as I'm giving them because maybe they're struggling with stuff. So, and it's also a joy for me to give to others and really I really put myself into others and give them what they need. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Well, I mean, I'm taking a big risk with all this YouTube stuff, so and I don't have a big set up backup plan. I'll figure one out if I have to, but yeah, sometimes. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? No, I don't think so. I think because limbo is kind of like state of not changing, I believe. Pretty sure. And I change all the time. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Yeah, sometimes. It really depends if I get myself in my head, then I start to overthink and blow everything out of proportion. So sometimes, yeah. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Not really. I think there will definitely be hardships in my future. There should be. I think everyone will have hardships in their future, but I don't think I'm afraid of it because I believe that I can work things out if I have to, and it may not be the best future that I desired, but I don't think there's any point in really being scared about it. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? Okay. I kind of want to say no, but also friends will, the people around you will usually treat you based on how you're treating them and vice versa. So, really, uh, I would say yes, I deserve however I'm being treated because it's usually feedback from how I'm acting. And I mean, I I'd believe, and the only situation where I'd believe someone's being treated not the way they deserve to be treated is if you have a bad or toxic relationship, which I don't believe any of my friends or family are really lying to me or being bad. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? Not really. I think it would be not like an honor, but like it would be I would be okay with being the last one alive because that means that none of my friends would have to sit there alone and I could be the one that has that I guess isn't alone, but the one who lasts and then I would go and find some other some other people or some other way if I had to. So no, I'm not as scared of that. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what that might mean for you? Not afraid of the existence. No, I don't think so. And if there is an afterlife, which I'm kind of like 50-50 on believing or not, if there is an afterlife and it would like I would get a good afterlife based on if I was good or not. I believe I'd be fine. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Okay, well, I know I'm wanted in life. I don't always feel wanted, but if I think whenever I don't feel wanted, there's always there's always certain people that I can think about that will want me and will accept me. So, yes, I would say I feel wanted in life, especially right now. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? A lot of the time, yeah. I'm I'm certainly a bit I sometimes am a very different person. I guess you could sum it up as being a little weird, but I'm kind of okay with that. But sometimes not fitting in is just like, ooh. Do you ever feel like a burden? Yes, there are times where I feel like a burden, which it's few and far between because I really try to be useful and be like a valuable, not like tool, but like an asset to other people and be helpful. Um, but to say I never feel like a burden would be lying. So there are times where I do feel like a burden, just it doesn't come very often. Have you ever felt left out? Yes, I don't. I would be impressed if anyone hasn't felt left out because there's always going to be times where in your group of friends or family or whatever, anything, like you could be a work party and you just weren't invited, or maybe just two of your friends are hanging out and you want to hang out that day, but they already had their plan set up and couldn't really bring you along. there's so many reasons why you could feel left out, and I don't think too much of it when I'm left out. I'm like, oh man, I was left out, but I also think like that's okay because they were already doing their own thing, and you shouldn't always expect people to just accept you in when you accept you into their plans or their day when they already have plans up and you spontaneously ask, "Hey, what's going on? You want to like hang out or whatever?" Have you ever felt like a failure? Yes, I've felt like a failure before. That it's just like sometimes things don't work out, I guess. And then again, I there are times where I certainly overthink and then like I kind of spiral downwards in emotional despair, I guess, and then whole bunch of these thoughts like, "Oh, I'm a failure, I'm a loser, whatever," creep into my mind. Uh, so yeah, it's definitely I've definitely thought it before. I don't think it all the time. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Yeah. Yeah, I don't super like I don't put great care into the way I look. Um I've had like the same haircut for a long time and it's just like yeah, it's good enough, I think. I don't think it's the most attractive. Uh and then like the attire I wear there it's I kind of have my style now. It's a very basic style, but I like it. Um recently I feel I feel great about my looks now, but there were certainly times before when I was less confident that yeah, I didn't feel attractive enough. Have you ever worked yourself sick? I don't think I've ever gotten sick from overworking. I don't get sick too often. I'm also not a crazy hard worker. I usually uh, pace myself. Like when I'm doing work, I'm very consistent, go at it. I can work for a long time without really taking a break, but I typically don't load myself with that much work all at once. And even like during school when I had to catch up with a whole bunch of different assignments and whatever, I don't think I ever overworked myself to the point of being sick, so no. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? Oh yeah, loads of times, pretty much like every night. Just a whole bunch of thoughts about pretty much anything. It could be exciting, it could be what's going on tomorrow, what happened today. It could be like sad thoughts, angry thoughts, happy thoughts, like pretty much whatever. I They're not always racing thoughts I get, but there are definitely times where I have racing thoughts. So yeah. Are you afraid to ask for help? Um, not so much anymore, but certainly still afraid. It's just I can get myself to do it. Before it was like damn near impossible for me to ask for help, but now I can struggle through it and get to it if I really need it. But I'm still like I still don't like doing it. It's like, do you feel like people often criticize you? Well, people do criticize you every day. It's just a thing. People are judgy no matter how they want to see them as. They do judge you no matter what. And that judgment is criticizing. So yeah, people do criticize me. I don't think because criticism doesn't have to be bad. It can be like criticism is simply an act of kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like reviewing you. So, yeah, I get criticized every day pretty much. Whenever anyone's thinking about me, they're criticizing me. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? This feels like the same question to me. But I guess judged is like a a bit I guess judged is like rational thinking, and then criticism is more. No, judged is feelings, criticism is thoughts, if that makes sense. Either way, they're kind of like two sides of the same coin. Yes, they go together. Do you ever wonder what your purpose is in life? Not really. I think the purpose of life is to live it and have fun in it and just make other people happy as well. Try and spread as much positivity as possible. At least that's what I believe my purpose of life is. To just have fun, spread positivity, and live it and enjoy it. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Nope. I don't want to mess with time bullshit. That time travels. If you've seen any sci-fi or anything with time travel in it, it's a but it's not fun to deal with, and it's just I don't really need to go back in time. Mistakes I made when I was younger lead to my values today. They help me grow as a person. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? Definitely not many. I hardly regret things because mistakes and accidents and missed opportunities are simply uh, times and memories to learn from and grow from. So there's not much I regret in life. There are like still a couple of things because I'm human and that's a human thing to do is to regret, but I don't think I regret much. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Um, I'm certainly a whole lot more socially awkward around new people, especially if they approach me when I'm alone or I approach them when they're alone, which I don't think I've approached a new person since like the the um grade 9, and because I usually just find new friends from my friends just introducing me to new people, or kind of like getting in new socials. I don't know. I guess I get uncomfortable because I don't know. I just like I show them who I am and I don't really think too much about it. It's I don't know if I get do I get uncomfortable? I don't know. Eh, Like I would say no. I've certainly met a lot of new people recently and I definitely like act different, but it's not like an uncomfortable different. It's just like a first impression different, I guess. So no. No, because I do go through it very smoothly, and at the end of the day, I'm just like, yeah, that was a new person. That's cool. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? No, it's comforting. Comforting to me because it just outside seems so quiet and cozy at night. I, it's how it is. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked, even though you're certain that you've already locked them? Um, no, I don't. I don't really put second thought to it. I'm usually also not the one to lock the doors. It's usually like my dad or something. Uh, but if I'm home alone and then I have to lock them and everything, I just lock them and then like 3 seconds later I'll think, did I lock them? I have no idea. I'm just like, it's probably locked. I went over there for a reason. So no. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? Huh. That's interesting. I don't I don't think I feel like that because I I've I really like to think that I've learned the value of time, but I'm also very young and I don't know if I've actually realized that, but I do try and appreciate every moment that I get, and I don't think life is moving too slow. Especially, I mean, these recent years, it's like, oh, growing up, you're an adult now, and oh, you have like you're done school, and like there's a whole lot of changes happening in my life right now, and if anything, I would argue that life's going too fast for me sometimes because it's just a whole lot of things being thrown at me at the same time, which I guess I don't think it's going too fast, but it's certainly not going too slow. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? Well, I just answered both the questions at the same time. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? Nope. No, I do not. I kind of enjoy it sometimes. Well, usually I don't think much about it, but sometimes I'm just like, hey, this is nice. It's quiet. And maybe I'll think differently if once I go and live by myself alone. Uh, but as of right now, no, I'm totally fine when I'm home alone. It is a bit of like a big space sometimes to be alone because I don't really like big spaces, but you just section it off in a room and then you're fine. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? Yeah, I think I'm a thoughtful person. I I really the biggest thing I struggle with for being thoughtful is I usually like I'll sometimes get in my head that I am a thoughtful person and then act as if I don't have to keep thinking about other people and I'll just still be a thoughtful person. So then sometimes I forget to worry about the other side of things and how other people may be thinking. And then that's when I need to just take a step back. And usually I do when I'm usually I regain my thoughtfulness when I'm alone and not doing anything super intense and I have time to think. And then I remind myself, hey, I they're like this is like I should really consider other people, which I think I still do even when I'm not like fully conscious of it, but I just don't do it as well when I get too comfortable believing I'm a thoughtful person. But I would consider myself a thoughtful person because that's also like a comparison to other people and sometimes other people feel very unthoughtful. But I don't know. I'm not in their head. I say yes. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? Hang on. You guys don't need to see this Google tab. What is superficial? Uh, definition. Existing or occurring at or on the surface. The building only suffered superficial damage. So like hollow, situated or occurring on the skin or immediately beneath it. Okay. Appearing to be true or real only until examined more closely. So do I think I'm just like, no, what? No, I don't think I'm just some like surface, surface not real thing if you open me up, whatever. No! I'm not superficial. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Yeah, that's human. It is instantaneous. One of the first things we judge other people by is the way they look. So, yes, I do it, and I'm not ashamed to say I do that because it's very human. And also, I want the people I'm around to look good because then they look good. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. I don't think I need that much in life. Just like, unending amounts of comfort and friendship and family and money and looks and muscle mass and good, good, healthy everything. So much. Oh. But yeah, no, none of that makes me high maintenance at all. No, I actually don't think I'm high maintenance. Despite all the joking, I, I'm kind of happy if I'm living and not living in like constant struggle with some people around me that care about me, which I think is kind of like the bare minimum for humans in general. Have you ever not necessarily the bare minimum, but where have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? Isn't that what friendship is? um, Listen, a little bit of bullying can go a long way, especially if there's a productive bullying which can occur, and the best friends know how to bully you properly. So yeah, I've been bullied. It's, it's just something that happens. Oh god damn it! Wait. Oh man, I'm so good at this YouTube stuff. All right, now my face cam's out of the way of the questions. Have you ever been a bully to someone you care about? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've bullied people. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Not really. It depends. If I'm alone, then it's not like I try to keep a low profile, but I just don't really have any reason to make to perform at all. So and when I'm alone in a crowded area, I'm just in my head just thinking cuz I imagine I'm just walking here, like I'm just walking in a crowded area and that uh, and then if I'm alone, no need to perform, but if I'm with friends, I don't avoid attention. I kind of ask for it because I'm with friends and I'm all dancing around and woo woo, or with family as well, same thing. So, no, I don't try to keep a low profile. It just happens if I'm alone because there's no reason to have a high profile, I guess. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? I mean, yeah, kind of. Like, really busy places are just not fun to be around. Whether it's on the road, a lot of traffic, just a lot of time being there, and it's Um, a lot of being around a lot of people is just like it's fine. I'm fine with it, but I don't like walking through a lot of people because people walk slow. 'Cause I got long legs, longish at least, and I walk for a purpose. So I want to get to where I'm getting when I get there. Uh, and just like I don't know, I don't like loud all the small noises collecting into a bigger noise. Uh, I don't. I guess I don't like super actively avoid it. It's just I never have any reason to go to busy places, and if I have to, I don't avoid them. Uh, 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 like the thing is, I really have no reason to be in busy places very often, but I don't actively avoid them. I guess it's a passive avoiding because it's just never really necessary for me to go there. So I'll say no. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yeah. Every, I'm pretty sure everyone wants to be alone at least every now and then, and I'm certainly not any different. Like there's being alone is a healing process for me as well. Like because me being alone really lets me process what I'm thinking and and it gives it that also gives me a big opportunity to be more open-minded and think, what are other people thinking? What are like that's really where that's where I do a lot of thinking. So sometimes if I think I just need to think and process things, then yes, I would rather be alone. And sometimes you just don't really feel like being around people. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Um, I don't like making phone calls because I can never fucking understand what the other person is saying on the other side. It is phone calls are just awful because I just can't hear what they're saying. And that makes me uncomfortable because I'm just like constantly asking them to repeat themselves and it's just like and also if there's any noise outside the phone call it's just makes me go insane. Yes. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? Yeah, I'm a bit of a bitch when it comes to confrontation. Uh, kind of wish I was better at starting confrontation that's necessary. It's something that I'm trying to improve on, and I think I have, but it's still just a very hard thing for me to do. But yes, I'm afraid. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? Yes. Yes, I do. But I'm trying to learn to love that discomfort because comfort gets you nowhere in life, really. So, I'm trying to learn how to be comfortable in discomfort so that I can commit to things more solidly, I can move forward faster, I can enjoy the process of learning more, which I think I enjoy it. I still enjoy it so long as it's something that I care to learn about. But it's like it's a whole process that is I'm trying to attune myself to, and I think most I think most people would feel at least a little uncomfortable committing to like big boom, this is my future plan for the next however many whatever. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Yes, I struggle with motivation sometimes. I am learning ways to get better with motivation, but as it currently stands, I still struggle with motivation and it's getting better, but something I'm working on. Do you ever fear that you're failing those who care about you most? Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't think my parents are super stoked about me not having a job and doing YouTube stuff instead. Especially if it doesn't work out, then yikes. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? No. Driving cars is fun. It's nice. It's calming, especially at nighttime when there's not really any other vehicles and you can almost zone out and just do your thing. Also, driving fast is like that's that's hella relaxing. But I don't. I only drive fast when like the speed limit is fast, and I also don't drive very much because I don't go many places. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Ooh, kind of. Not really afraid, more so just not. I don't think it's like a fear thing, more so just un a disinterest of trying new things. Because I very much, when I find something that works or something that I enjoy, I don't really I don't really work too hard to find a alternative or another way to figure this out. Like clothes, for example. For jeans, I've gone to the same one shop for like almost a decade now. Not almost, like 7 years now. And I have no intention to go and find a different jeans store because the one I go to has the jeans that I want, and I don't think I need anything more than that, really. And it just adds a whole bunch of new bleh. Now, when it comes to something like traveling, other than like, I don't, nah, just, I don't need to get that much deeper into it. I'm not that afraid. I'm just disinterested. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Um, no. I don't, no, I don't really like, I don't put comfort into objects. And it's not like I don't carry a knife around me or anything because I feel like that would make me more comfortable in like dangerous situations. Not that I really get anywhere dangerous. Uh, but no, I'm not like I'm not. No, I I'm generally very comfortable when I'm just walking around, even if I look like a goofball, because I love walking weird, and even then I'm just so comfortable with like I don't care if people judge me and be like, oh look at that guy, he's look at him, he's walking like stupid. No. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? No. No, I don't. Go for it. Hmm. Well, based on the answers you've provided for me so far, if I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M, doesn't it? No, it does not. Sean does not start with M. Unless I'm Sean. That makes sense. Let's be real here. There's literally no way I'd be able to guess your name just by your answers. That would be ridiculous. Besides, all of you humans look alike to me anyhow. Well, okay. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Certain animals, like pet animals, like dogs, cats, sometimes. Something like being around like a bird is not really going to make me peace, but I will say yes for dogs and cats because those are pretty much the only animals I am around generally, and I don't get unpeaced when I'm around animals like rabbits or something. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? No. Whenever they say it, it feels very genuine. Not that they say it to me too often, which they don't need to because it's implied that they care. That is the that is the thing with humans though. Sometimes we forget to say things that are necessary because we believe that they're just implied. And so it's really like, oh, whoops, I didn't know you needed to hear that I care about you. Because maybe someone is nervous about something or insecure about something and they need reassurance in that sense, and then you don't you don't recognize that they're insecure about it, so you aren't giving them reassurance because you don't think they need it, and then it's just like a whole mess that's like, oh, and it's not really anybody's fault. It's just it happens sometimes. But no, whenever anyone says that they care about me, I believe it wholeheartedly. Unless it's very like insincere saying it, but I'll be able to tell. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? Um, this is something I don't haven't really thought about too much, I don't think. I don't I don't try and push the people I care about away. It's just sometimes I can't sometimes I need space from them just for a bit to collect my thoughts, and then I can come back to them and say, "Hey, this is what was going on. I just needed time to figure out how to explain it." Because I'm not always good at explaining how I'm feeling or expressing that properly. So I like to take time and basically sort myself out and figure out how I'm feeling and how I will say that before going to them. But I don't think that's me pushing them away. So no. What is this pause? Hmm. Indeed. God damn this. I'm going to have to stop you here. Okay, stop me. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest with your own health. Oh, for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Ah, picture book kind of deal. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to figure out how. I don't get emotional seeing pictures, generally. So, this is gonna be hard to answer, not because I'll feel too many things, but because I won't feel enough things to really determine a proper answer. Which will show me what your mind is pondering about. Okay. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, whoa, what emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. Um, I don't know. Chaos, I guess. My eyes hurt. That genuinely, my eyes started just like I don't know how to explain it, but chaos. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Trapped, manic, broken, soulful, chaotic, beautiful. It's soulful. It's like a soul. It's got many layers and shiny bits. What do you think this picture is called? Chaotic crystals, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of misery, celestial stare. If an artist made this, they would definitely say it's a mind of misery. But I'm saying it's soul abduction. Very interesting. Moving on. Ooh. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? This is kind of like spider webs. I felt relaxed by that. Well, did I? I don't know. I felt like I was interested. I was kind of like, this is kind of cool. I guess joy then, because it made me just like a little like a little inward smile. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Stuck, abyss, toxic, demented, life, exotic. This is definitely exotic. I definitely saw this was just like, what a fancy one. What do you think this picture is called? Corruption wave, the birthing, blazing soul, destroyer of sense, darkness within. Ooh, 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 these are fun names. I want to go with blazing soul. I want to go with like, this is like a warrior bringing forth his soul power to, yeah! Next we have this one. Oh, I feel the divine intervention. What is all this? What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. Man, I can't speak well. I don't know, numbness. This is nothing. This is just balls. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Glorious, twin, mirrored, space, planets, galactic. This is a pretty galactic one, honestly. This is like gods. I mean I guess glorious because it's like it's this to me this is gods whatever it is. What do you think this picture is called? The Vault Datacron I See You Reflection of the Universe Shattered Worlds. Let's go with Reflection of the Universe. That sounds badass. Noted. I don't know what Datacron is. That also sounded pretty cool. Take a look at this one. Ooh. Wacky. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Joy, I say. It's very like it's very glamorous in the center with like a kind of a backdrop of like the the light is piercing the dark here. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Gateway, staircase, heavenly, unknown, vast, or open? This is definitely vast. This is very. It's got a lot of open space. Like it. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, vast. What do you think this picture is called? Light at the end of the tunnel, the porthole, dimension door, stairway to heaven, the rabbit hole. Let's go with the porthole. Because it's a porthole. Yeah. You can tell I am not thinking too hard about these pictures because, again, I don't get strong responses from these. I'm just kind of like having fun with it. And I mean, hey, these pictures. Whoa. I mean, wow. This is pretty relaxing to me, honestly. You can you can really take this as chaos. I mean, that's probably what it's trying to lean towards, but I, f I find it kind of relaxing, I guess. Uh, just like because it's a lot of dark colors, but it's also very just soft and like lets you do your own thing, and it's not. I don't think it tries to portray much. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Eye, ring, abyssal, darkness, lightning, blazing. Abyssal, definitely. Abyssal. What do you think this picture is called? Nest of darkness, the abyssal gaze, shrouded misery, energy crown, darkness forming. The abyssal gaze, baby. It's it's not much, but it's chill. And this here, uh, I mean, that this literally just like made my brain stop for a second, cause god damn, this is just like it's just colors. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Mask, veiled, cyclops, jungle, prismatic, shrouded. Prismatic because it's a lot of colors and yeah, that I'm my brain activity is decreasing by the second looking at this. What do you think this picture is called? Mind's Eye, Forest of Depth, The Masking, Eye of Chaos, A Shining Light. Forest of Depth. Yeah. The Masking. Mind. It's. Hmm. It's The Masking. Yeah. It's masking. It's hiding something. I, dude, this is not my strong suit. Can we go back to regular questions? I like that a bit more. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Oh, that's so cool. This is joyful. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Planetary, collide, bosoms, wings, feathers, heavenly. Uh, planetary, I guess. It kind of does just look like a couple of planets were smashing together or whatever. What do you think this picture's called? Growth seed, Mother Nature's gift, forming earth, we meet again, angelic touch. I mean, looks kind of looks like the earth is forming. uh, we'll just do forming earth. That's all I can really. I don't know. I don't. Pictures are visual stimuli is not my thing apparently. It totally is, but like not in this sense, I guess. I get. I don't know. I definitely like. I feel like I express myself creatively in a very visual sense because I do a whole bunch of movements when I'm talking or describing something kind of imaginative, I guess. But I don't know. What do I feel here? This is um God. I don't know. I don't know what is. I don't know. Why are you making me do this? This annoys me. I'm over this. Stop showing me pictures. If I had to give one to this, this would be. This would be. Yeah, it's like. It's like flaring joy. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shattered, fault. None of those are fun. Fucking. Fury. The fury of joy. What is this picture called? Arching blaze, the world breaks, inferno gate, the shattering, rage incarnate. Arcing blaze. That's interesting that you say that. How about this one here? It's an eyeball. That's an eyeball. That is an eyeball. It's an eyeball, and it's also a disco thing. What does this make me feel? Or what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Uh, relaxed. It's relaxing because it's the eye is like the window to your soul, which I don't think is true, but it's like putting music in your eye. I don't know. Cyborg veil for information, analyzing, monitoring, futuristic. What? Uh, none of these describe this picture. It's just bros listening to music. Information. What do you think this picture is called? The Datasphere, Thought Provoked, Incubation of Dreams, Matrix Watcher, Life Projector. That's an incubation of dreams. Because music really It's a dream for a lot of people. And yeah. Now this one. That's a space butthole. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? What do I think about buttholes in space? This is joyful. Nah. Nah, that's one relaxed butthole. Let me tell you, that's one relaxed butthole. Yeah. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Ocean, sky, womb, destiny, warp, birth. Worm and birth make me like to think that it's a space vagina now. Uh, well, it is our destiny to have a butthole. I still want to think this is a butthole. It's destiny. What do you think this picture is called? Birthplace of dreams, monolith heart, endless sea, going down, ultraviolet. The endless sea. Oh my god. Going down. Going down. It's going down. Interesting. Take a look at this. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Why do you do this to me, man? There's so many pictures. I I don't I don't like uh these aren't even like this is not the type of art that I enjoy. I enjoy art I I enjoy the art of people in a way. And I can't visualize the things like this. I can't visualize the emotion that's trying to be portrayed well because I need people to show me like I don't put emotion into objects usually, and this is just a bunch of objects to me on an image, and that doesn't activate my brain hole very hard. So it, all of the emotions that I feel in this are very surface level, like joy because it's like, oh, that looks good and has vibrant colors, and then like stuff like that. Like it's so I can't discern this stuff. This is numb. There's nothing in here. What word do you feel best describes this picture? Data, broken eye, disfigured anarchy, puzzle. What? Uh, like, I'm tired of trying to find meaning in this bullshit. Doesn't mean anything to me. Fucking, it's a puzzle. What do you think this picture's called? Deciphering I Broke You, the Crystalverse, Planner Zone, Picasso Face. Oh, I guess it kind of is like Picasso's schizophrenia pictures. In a way. Planar Zone, what the hell? This is the Crystalverse. There's a lot of crystals-ish things here. Huh. We're almost done. Thank God. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Yeah. Okay. Think of how the quote-unquote artist, I guess someone did make this image. How did they make this? What did they try and portray with the brush strokes that were here? But this is so nothing. Oh. How, what, like, and thing is anger, depression. I don't know how you express chaos really in a picture. I know I said that earlier, but like, how do you express chaos? How do you, I know, this makes me angry, but not the picture, just me having to decipher this shit. Uh, there looks like, this looks, I don't, this this is breaking me. Doing the. He said I'm almost done. There's not many more pictures left. Let's get through this. This is relaxing because it's kind of like a whole swirl of madness, but then there's the bubble of peace that is calming it, and yeah. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Arc, slime, vapor, melting, drool, viscous. I'll say arc because I think the focus is on the big bubble looking thing. What do you think this picture is called? The Jowls of Death. Planet Cradle. Planet Forming. Dark Lights. The Sludge. Let's do Planet Cradle. I accidentally... Apparently hitting space goes next. So I accidentally did the Jowls of Death, but I guess, sure, that's good enough. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? This is joy, 100%. It's like revelation of life or whatever. Crown, sword, laser, sunlight, eclipse, solstice. Let's go with fucking solstice. You've discovered what it means to have no enemies. To just live your life instead of living other people's lives or living by other people's means. Just to live you. Live as you. And you found solstice and you've got the beam of shit that means stuff. What do you think this picture is called? Sonic Boom, Red Angel, Solar Blade, Broken Seal, Disintegration Chamber. Broken Seal. You broke the confines of your own mind, and you've gotten powerful. Just a few more, please. Ooh, this is joy. This is joy being protected because there's the brightest light in the middle, surrounded by kind of like a protective aura sphere, and then outwards is very dim and darkness, but you're protecting the joy. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Cosmic sphere, eye, beauty, pearl, gorgeous. Hmm. Cosmic. Gorgeous. I don't know. Um. Okay. Hang on. The joy looks like you can kind of you can see it as like a kid, and then the the next sphere is like the parent protecting it from like child labor or something. I don't know. And that's beautiful. What do you think this picture is called? Spiral World, Marble of Time, Formless Being, Higher Intelligence, Planar Core. This is a formless being because it is not formed. I'm really trying to just find humanism in these pictures just so that I can get any sort of emotional value out of it. What emotion do you feel is the most present in this picture? Anger, it's all the same answers. Um, this is, this is so nothing. It's like, okay, it's like waves on a beach. Waves on a beach that lead to, and your relaxation. It's waves. That's all I can see. And I like waves. They relax me. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Gaseous chaos. Warped wave. There we go. It's a wave. What do you think this picture is called? Vaporous forms. Light breakening. Soulless space. Leaves up close. Verdant path. Vaporous forms is like the only wet one. Very good. Thank you. Last one. Thank God. Oh boy, another thing that I can't see any human thing in. This is like a centerpiece. The focus is really meant to be on the center. Um, and the center is kind of just nothingness. This is chaos. No, chaos would feel more distorted. This isn't anything in particular. The focus is on the center, but then when you get to the center, there isn't really anything there. So, yeah. What were music, choir, voice, hollow, solitary, void. I would. Hmm. What word do you feel describes this picture best? I'd say void. I wouldn't say void, because there is something there, but it's. I'd say hollow because it. There's something there, but it's not really anything to me, at least. What do you think this picture is called? The Sound of Silence, Empty World, Warp Tunnel, Notes of Harmony, The Static Field. Empty. It's empty. It's all nothing. I think that about wraps it up. Thank you. Your answers have been documented well. I wish they weren't. That was so deep into your subconscious they dwell. Oh, God, that angered me, actually. Not angered, but like it aggravated me. Made me. Ugh. But I'm not finished with you just yet. There's still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We've been doing this for an hour, buddy. What do you mean only the start? We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. Stop rhyming. Okay. I'm done with the pictures. Relax yourself. Go back into the solstice, the calmness of deep thoughts. Because that is thinking these deep thoughts and everything is more calming than trying to decipher emotions out of pictures of nothingness. This next set of questions will test your conscious more. Okay. And again, your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. Let us. Let us. Hard water. One year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Angry, they should share the prize. Jealous, I regret buying them a ticket. Happy, good for them, I'm glad they won. Indifferent, that's the way life goes sometimes. I wouldn't be angry. It was a present I bought for them. Even if I bought it sort of out of obligation, the whole point of a gift is that you are giving it to someone. You should not put any. You should not think that a gift that you give has. And, like, it is not yours at all. You have no ownership over it. And the only thing you should feel like you own about a gift is the feeling of helping someone. Not necessarily helping, but being nice to someone. Making them feel better. Making them surprised or happy. So, I don't think I would be angry. I feel like I wouldn't be jealous because it is theirs and, well, I might feel jealous, but I think I would ultimately, I might be a bit jealous, and a little indifferent, but I think I would ultimately be happy for them. Even if it's someone and it was a family member that I don't super care about. It's a whole lot more fun to celebrate with everyone and be happy than sitting in your own anger and jealousy and wishing that you didn't get them something. When you did get them something and it was a great present, and even though they're maybe being a little selfish about it, that's also completely within their choice to make, and then take what their actions did as future reference. So maybe next time you won't get them a present, but this time you chose to, and you shouldn't regret that in any way. So good for them. Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal their ticket for myself, destroy their ticket so no one gets it, get them killed so I inherit the money. I'd let them be happy with their winnings. Because all the other three are just bad and waste of time, waste of effort, not good, mentally, physically, it's not healthy. No. What? Let them be in their happiness. And be happy for them, even if you don't super care about them. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? It depends on the amount. This is a $1 lottery. Okay, no, they're struggling for money and they still got me a present 100%. 100%. I forgot about the whole starting part is that there isn't very much money. But even then, I don't think I've changed my answers for how I would react, because I'm not I don't put that much value in money, if I'm being honest. Now you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Alongside the money, there lies a blood-stained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared, there's blood in there. Anxious, what if someone comes for the money? Excited, I'm about to be rich. Indifferent, none of my business. This is very, 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 like, I think I would have to be indifferent about this. This is not my business. Like, I would love to get that money, but if there's a bloodstained note that is saying no, don't do this in there, I am just going to pretend I never saw it, especially in the middle of a forest. It is not, I'm not touching that. So then there's also like, how did I get that money? There'd be people asking questions and yada yada yada. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Grab the suitcase and run back to my car, take as much money as I could, hold and leave the rest, call the police and let them know about the suitcase, leave the suitcase alone and move along. I would leave the suitcase alone and move along. I would 100% just, like, I know calling the police is probably what, like, I should do from a society standpoint, but that's what makes me a potential target of some big criminal organization or whatever. And honestly, maybe that money is important for someone, although it's most likely a criminal thing. It's not mine. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? Yes, probably. I would probably take a little bit of the money, but leave the majority of it. Because while I don't value money that much, money is still important. And money is a means to get things that I actually value. So, like food and water and a house. but I would leave most of it and I would take a little bit. Interesting. But that blood definitely is a telltale sign that something bad happened. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep, and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet, and how does this make you feel? Scared, the devil is in my room. Suspicious, I don't think the devil truly exists. Intrigued, I wonder what he's willing to offer me. Angry, I want him out now. If I'm being honest, I would like to see what he has to offer, but I don't think I'd ever take it. I, honestly, actually, no, because if I knew it was the devil, that's just like a being of evil. I don't need that. I wouldn't really be angry in wanting him out now, but I would want him to just leave, and I would be like annoyed that he's there. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All the wealth and the power in the world, you'll never age but can still die from physical injury. You can bring one person back from the dead. I would not sell my soul to the devil. One person back from the dead, useless. The dead die for a reason. When someone is dead, you have to move on. Their life is lost. And well, maybe I would like to have more opportunities with like my dog or my uncle, the 2 deaths that I have experienced in my life. I don't. It's certainly not worth my soul and eternal suffering, and also I'm not upset that I didn't get more time with them because I got the time that I did get, and I'd rather be happy that I got to experience them at all rather than wishing I got more out of them. You'll never age but can still die from physical injury. That would just lead to me committing suicide eventually, probably, unfortunately, because I I want to age and I want to die and I want to move on from this life eventually. All the wealth and the power in the world, that's stressful and also not really important to me. And my soul is kind of powerful. I don't want an eternity of suffering just for very momentary success. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? No. Why would I want eternal damnation? I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? Incredibly sad, I don't want the world to end. Excited, I've always fantasized about a zombie apocalypse. Scared, I don't know if I could survive for long. Indifferent, this is life now. Interesting. I would I wouldn't be excited about a zombie apocalypse. That's stressful and suffering. Scared? I mean, I would be scared, but I don't think I'd be that scared. Incredibly sad, I don't want the world to end. That would probably be how I feel, because I wouldn't get to leave a real legacy since the world is ending. And just there's just a lot of loss involved in this situation. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yes. Apocalypse isn't a good thing, no matter how it's staged. Nuclear warfare, zombie apocalypse, aliens, uh, another like super severe ice age, mass world hunger. Pretty much any apocalypse you can think of is just not fun. Interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. Turns out all the water I've been drinking from all this talking has pushed all the water that I drank before this into my bladder, and that's just. Okay. You've been working at a company for 10 years, and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Angry, I was promised that promotion. Jealous, that promotion should have been mine. Betrayed, I can't trust my own employer. Indifferent, everything happens for a reason. I would feel betrayed. I wouldn't. I can't trust my own employer. Um, honestly, I already feel like you can. It's hard. It's hard to trust employers in the first place. First of all, they have a lot of people to worry about, so they can't. And so like they will fall short on some people eventually, and that's just kind of like that will just happen. But also, if they came up to me specifically and said, "Hey, you're getting this position," and then later they're just like, "Sorry, uh, you're more qualified for this job because you've been working for so long, but this person needs to be here because my friend asked me to." I would just, I would probably quit. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you wish to do in this situation? Threaten to report my boss for fraud, quit my job and look for new employment, sabotage the new employee to get them fired. Nothing, you win some, you lose some. I'd quit my job and look for new employment with better management. I wouldn't be too upset about losing. I would be upset about losing the extra money from the promotion, but I wouldn't really care about that. More so just the fact that the employer did something like that. That's not good. If like I think true success in a business comes from being a good employer and being nice to your employees and being respectful to them and hearing out their wishes. And I know you can't always act on it, like maybe a lot of employees are asking for raises and you just don't have the funding, which I feel like usually they do, but I don't know. I don't understand how managing fully works, but yeah, I'd look for new employment. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? Yeah, that's a great opportunity for me. This other employee I don't really care about, I'm sorry. I would accept that position. You have to take what you can get. And you if you have to climb over others to get where you are, that's how it is sometimes. Like like it really would suck for the other person, for that person being there for 10 years. But it's not like it's my fault. That's something that's not my problem. Which sounds dickish, and it kind of is, but also it's life. That does happen sometimes. I wouldn't sit by idly and watch as that happened to me, but I also wouldn't, in this situation, I wouldn't not take that position just because someone else maybe deserves it more. If it was someone I really cared about, then yeah, sure. But if it's someone that just is just a coworker, that's okay. I'll take their position I don't care. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does this make you feel? Scared? Where did they go? Anxious? I don't know what's about to happen. Secure? I'm ready to handle whatever's coming. Protective? I need my family to be okay. Now, I would certainly feel scared and anxious. I'd be like, what the fuck? But my first instinct would be A, to make sure all the doors are locked. B, to get like a knife or something, just in case. And then C, to try and contact my family to stay away from the house, and then contact police or help somewhere to make sure this guy gets out of here. And what do you think you'd do in this situation? Lock the doors and call the police, grab the nearest weapon in the house and prepare myself, check to see if everyone in the house was safe. You said I was home alone. What do you mean everyone in the house was safe? Was I not home alone? Oh, maybe I wasn't home alone. Either way, whatever. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. Run out of the house and go to the neighbors. No. I would check to see if everyone in the house was safe, because then they also all know of the situation and we can all work together and get multiple things done, like locking the doors, calling the police, getting safety precautions going, all that stuff. So, check to see if everyone in the house is safe. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answers change at all? No, they would not. I would still just care about my family first and make sure they're okay, and then go from there. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there's currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you will be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You will need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again, just being kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. What would you want to be kept alive? Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? Every being of me would want to die. I would hate every part of it. But I think I would ask them to just keep me alive and perform research on me or whatever. Maybe they find a cure, whether it's with my body or with someone else's body, and then I can be saved from that. It would be absolute hell to be completely conscious but not able to move or talk or anything. But I still think I would want to struggle to live and in living add value to society, I guess. And then it would also maybe give my family and friends a bit of time with me, even though it wouldn't be the same because I wouldn't be able to talk back to them. Maybe then they could, I don't know, come to me and share secrets or whatever they would do. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Spending it with my friends and family, pursuing all of the dreams I hadn't yet accomplished, making the world a better place while I can. I'd wallow in self-pity and probably want to die. I think I would pursue my dreams. Or, no, I wouldn't. I would think that 6 months is just not long enough. And I would basically call my life over from that point. So I would spend it with my friends and family. I would like to make the world a better place, but really, the world comes second. To me, the overall world comes second to the people that are close to me that I care about. Because my world is more important to me than the whole world. And I think there are a lot of people that think very similarly to that. And it sounds selfish, which it totally is, but I would spend it with my friends and family. There are diseases out there that you can restart. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before and pursue more from life, or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? That honestly does not give me motivation. Motivation comes to me from very first-hand things. I need to personally see or personally experience how me or other people are struggling to get motivated. So just hearing that that this is a real thing that can happen to people, which I like kind of already knew, doesn't really change anything for me, unfortunately. Noted. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since its birth. 3 years has passed and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day, he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend, until one morning, you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside to find that your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out on his front lawn joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and him and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy, about your age, but he's come back. Johnny has come back and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, is his old dog from his childhood coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy and well looked after, and you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you, or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play and go for walks? I would 100% let him keep my dog. Because if I visit him daily, first of all, I'm making another friend with the old man, and I could learn even. I don't fully know how dementia works, but I believe he would still have plenty of wisdom to tell me, and it would feel nice to give company to someone that I know needs it. And I would still get to see my dog and play with my dog and take him on walks and everything. Then I just wouldn't have to pay for the food and clean up the poop. So I wouldn't get to see my dog as much, I guess. But I would definitely let him keep my dog. I wouldn't want to break him like that more than he already is. Does this story make you sad at all? Yeah, kind of. Because there are definitely situations very similar to this that happen all the time. And like the death of a loved one is sad. There's no denying that. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone, and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? I can certainly imagine myself seeing that in that situation. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now let's also say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options, and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you choose? I would believe that the serial killer within enough time would get caught, disappear and stop killing, die, whatever. And frankly, that would haunting the serial killer would just make me a vengeful spirit and fill my soul with anger and anguish rather than being with friends and family where I get to help people, which I want to do. I get to be around the people that I care about, and I get to have happiness and joy in my life. So I would stay with my friends and family. And I would believe that the killer would get caught soon enough. Do you think you have what it takes inside to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? I would argue that the killer is already over the edge because he is a killer. Push him over the edge of what? Push what boundary am I pushing him to next? Because there's only one thing I can think of, which is making him take his own life. And I don't really think I would want to do that, even though he's a bad person. So, and that's like a big, I feel like that's a big push to do. So no, I don't think I would be able to do that. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? It's certainly not impossible, which means it is possible. So yeah, nothing is impossible. You know, it's just unproven. I guess there are some things that are impossible, like creating actually, we don't fully know. Maybe magic does exist. I was gonna say creating matter out of nothing is impossible, but hey, we don't know that. Science says it's not possible. but our science can definitely be wrong. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? I'd rather them stay with friends and family. For the same reason I would want to stay for friends and family. Next question. One night, you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says, "Press play." So you oblige the note and hit play, but So you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all of your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years, you've repeated the same day over and over again. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and continue to progress your life even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you had been, repeating the same day over and over again, and living in ignorant bliss. Which would you choose to do? I am a big advocate for change. Change is one of it's almost a constant, and I deem it so important to me that even though I would struggle to change and I would not remember anything and basically be living in a fog, I would rather change every day. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years, even though they felt like it was for your own good? I don't think I would be upset if they were doing it for me. I mean, it would be it wouldn't feel the best, but I can't really fault them for that decision. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth, or would you repeat every day exactly the same for them in order to keep them happy, never letting them know the truth? I would tell them the truth, because I wouldn't be able to bear watching my friend do that, and I wouldn't be able to keep up the act of doing the same day every day. I will take note of your answer. You've come to find through frantic digging in the attic and the reading of old files and newspapers that your parents are famed psychologists. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents once the trance had worn off that they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. My voice is getting destroyed right now. Ugh. Two psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life. In the process, you are that child. Would you resent your parents? No. They're just trying to give me a proper life rather than one that is horrible, horrendous, all sorts of bad. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life? Yes, I would. I very much believe in second chances, and I mean, killing someone is very intense. It's like killing, that would be killing two people and your parents at that, which is crazy. I believe in second chances, and it's, ugh. Would you feel betrayed by your parents? No. I would feel the opposite of betrayed. I'd feel welcomed. I I would feel like because they didn't just immediately write me off as a bad child and then throw me away or whatever they would do. They took the time and care to put effort and thought into helping me. That's not betrayal. That is the opposite of betrayal. That is companionship. Would you confront your parents about the articles you found? Yes, I would ask them about it, and I'd make sure to tell them that I'm not mad or anything. If you were in your parents' position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? If I could, yes. Interesting. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns, and laying waste to any survivors in their paths in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive this harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight, and in order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? I would go back and tell the colony. Because I would hate to be alone, and like being alone isn't really living. And again, with all the second chances, yes, the colony would have exiled me there, but I believe in forgiving them for that act, especially because they made the consensus that I wasn't pulling my weight, and I would pull my weight and more by bringing this information to the colony. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? Ooh, maybe. No, that would be tempting to do, but I don't agree with that. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? That's interesting. Because savagery and raiding is like thinking for yourself first, and I think it's a more surefire way of getting what you need. Uh, but sharing and compassion is generally better and works out in the long run, if it works. So, and I don't think I'm really a savage person. So I think I'd be sharing compassionate. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share with you and the colony, would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? Their bunker now belongs to me. So you know how I said I was compassionate and everything? Not for this one dickhole that just got lucky. Because my colony needs to eat. Listen, what is the saying? Like, needs of the many over the needs of the few, or something like that. Um, that one person is trying to live alone with all that food when this whole colony can live with all that food. Fuck that one person. Very interesting. I know it kind of is like backwards logic, but also there is no logic. It's human. Humans aren't logical creatures. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. More? This has been going for so long, though. That's okay. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas around from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Sure thing, boss. Will you be selfish, or is your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned by the person you love most? I'd rather be abandoned by the person I love most. Why would I want to abandon someone I love? Wait, because maybe they're wrong for me. Maybe maybe the person I love most is not the person I need most. In which case, abandoning them would be helpful for me as much as it would hurt. But being abandoned by someone I love would also hurt just as much and not help me. Hmm. Let me just let me just visualize who I'm abandoning. No, I can't do it. I would never be able to abandon. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond with you? Well, I'd argue the person that can't give me anything but a deep personal bond is giving me significantly more than the person just giving me things. Because I don't really care about things that much. Unless those things help me survive, kind of. Uh, whatever. Would you rather find $10,000 and get to keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? 20K, easy. I'm still getting 5K. That's really nice. And then my friends and family also get 5K. And that's just joy. Joy of joys. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? I wouldn't want to cheat. And I don't need proof to know. Like, if I got cheated on, that would suck. It would suck. I think it would suck more to cheat on someone, but I wouldn't need proof that they're cheating to know that they're cheating and leave them. Like, it would suck in so many ways, but I think that's wouldn't feel as bad as hurting someone and having that on my conscience for years before I forgive myself. So, eh. Would you rather get rich through illegal means or be poor but live an honest life? I care about honesty and sincere and I care about virtues kind of. So, I don't, and being rich isn't that cool. Come on. How many people aren't rich and are happy? More than there are that are rich and happy. So, fucking rich nerds can suck a big egg. Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? Well, my favorite pet isn't my pet. I would, I would, I would kill my favorite pet. Sorry, Liam. Mabel's gotta go. I think that would hurt your family less than it would hurt my family to lose one of my family members. So, sorry, Liam. Bye, Mabel. Would you rather get fired from a high paying job or have to fire your friends from a high paying job? I'd rather fire my friends. I know I said all this about like money isn't that important to me, but I still don't want to not have money. Like if I can have money, that's great. And I imagine it's rather I'm getting fired from a high paying job because I'm underperforming or I'm or my friends are working for me and they are underperforming, in which case I'd probably already have given them several chances to improve their performance and they just haven't. And then I eventually just have to say, hey, this isn't about our friendship. This is about a professional standpoint. You're not doing your job. You have to go. Would you rather sleep with your step sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? Ew, neither. I have to choose one. Um, I don't have a step sibling, but uh, um, I don't have a step sibling. I think I would go with that just because then I'm not hurting my best friend. Um, and like I don't think anyone would super get hurt by me sleeping with my step sibling. I mean, it would be like both of these are gross, disgusting, horrible options, but I guess this one's not as bad. I know. I ew. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? Ooh, wow. That's huh. I would certainly love to save my like oh no. Oh my god. Either way I would be like traumatized because I'm rather losing my best friend and letting him die and that just has to loom over me forever whenever I'm hanging out with my friends from there on out pretty much. But if I save my best friend, then I would just have to think about the fact that I would feel like I killed 1,000 people, even though that's not really how that works. It would feel like I killed 1,000 people. I think I would let my best friend die because there are other people that I can talk to. I can make a new best friend, and it's only one life for 1,000, even though that life means like a million lives to me. Yeah, I'll go with save 1,000 strangers. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? If I got free food for the rest of my life, then I could use that and go and save as many children from third world countries that I would want to. If you like, and then I also just have free food and I can eat like all of the best food. And that's great. So yeah, free food for the rest of my life because then I'll buy more food than I need and then go and get some children from third world countries and let them eat. I wouldn't do that though because I'm very lazy and wouldn't think that hard about it because I'm dumb and stupid. Would you rather be rich but without family or poor but with family? Poor with family. Easy. Family's important. Money is not that important. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy but have to destroy the money immediately after? I mean, I don't really know how inflation and deflation works, but I think stealing this money and destroying it would in turn increase the value of money that other people have, which is great. And then it's and then yeah, and also they're wealthy. Stealing enormous amount of money means they still have enormous amounts of money. So by useless money, I'm not stealing food from people for the rest of my life. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? Um, Yikes, war's scary. And war is like just not good for either people, but I guess I would be fighting to protect my people and uh well, okay, serving 4 years in the military doesn't mean you're being put on the front lines. I could be doing like radio stuff or whatever. Not that I would. I imagine if I get assigned into the military during wartime, I'm a foot soldier. Um, I'd serve in the military. It would I would be able to feel like I did a good thing because yeah, I, and then I get to go home because like war is objectively a bad thing, but I'd feel good like protecting my country, I guess. And like that would really polarize it. It's like yes, we're both bad guys, but say I care about the bad guys that I work for and with and are around. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles below the speed limit? Uh, First of all, I live in Canada. I use kilometers per hour, not miles. But also, so I'm just gonna switch this to kilometers per hour for myself. But also 100% always 10 over this limit because it's actually safer to go 10 over the limit than 10 under the limit because you're on the road for a significantly less amount of time and you're better keeping up with the flow of traffic because the flow of traffic you like is usually a little above the speed limit anyways because people are impatient and speed limits are kind of outdated, but well, not really above the speed limit. Let me save my time instead of being a bitch that makes other people late as well. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? Well, if I have to have sex every day to live, I would not live that long because I don't. That ain't me, bro. Uh, and I don't in this scenario, I don't imagine having sex every day to live. That suddenly there will always be someone that wants to have sex with me every day. I imagine I still have to go and like get some every day, and that's not me. So I would die after like I would die tomorrow, and just never having sex again. I mean, I guess womp womp for me. I and also with never having sex again, there's still like ways to start a family without having sex. I think weird like sperm bank, how sperm banks like im I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or be addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Fuck. Well, I guess the drugs for 10 years, because then I'm only losing 10 years of my life rather than my entire life, because being an alcoholic is just misery incarnate. And I mean, so is being a hardcore drug addict for 10 years, but then it's only 10 years instead of my whole life. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved, youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? Ugh. What? What the fuck? I don't want to die before my friends and family. That would mean my parents would have to live to like 100, and my grandma would have to live to like more than 100. So that would be subjecting them to long lives. Um, and 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 then, but living for 200 years. I guess I at least I'd have a youthful body, which would be cool. And then, uh, uh, there there there'd always be someone for me for in the 200 years. I can't like living. I would love to only live to like 70-ish, but part of that is also because I would get old. Living in a youthful body is kind of epic, if I'm being honest. It's like you get to do everything you want, however you want, pretty much. Living for 200 years definitely sucks, and watching everyone I care about die. But I would always find new people and have memories, and then I'd be able to pass on extensive wisdom and tell amazing stories from 200 years ago to people, which would be cool and great and awesome. And then my friends and family don't have to see me die. So I'll do the 200 years, even though it's like really not good. The other one's also not really good because I don't want to make my parents and grandparents live that long. Would you rather sacrifice all of your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? Whoa. Oh. Wow. Okay. At the point I am right now, I cannot survive without my parents because they pay for my food and my house, like my living quarters, and kind of like all of my surviving things. Killing all of my friends. What? Oh my god. But like my parents are older than my friends, so they uh then like what would how would my siblings? I would get inheritance from my parents, and that would give me time. That would give me time and my siblings time to figure shit out. And then there's less people dying and less life lost. I guess these are this is not an easy choice, but I will do this. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? I mean, if I'm going to be a successful YouTuber, not receiving any praise for my hard work means I didn't succeed at all because there's praise in the views and the likes and the comments and whatever, along with other negative stuff, but whatever. And getting acknowledged for work I didn't do is just like boosting myself. And I'm sorry that one other person that didn't get their acknowledgement. Go do something else. I need me my YouTube so I can. Yeah. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? Call back to the first and second game. I would rather get punched by a nun because I don't think it would hurt that much, and they could just punch me on my arm, so it's fine. And I don't want to hurt a nun for no reason. Would you rather lose all of the money you've earned this year or lose all of the memories you've gained this year? Money. I didn't earn that. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. As of recording, well, I mean, obviously, but it's 2024. All of the money I've earned this year is only from like a month and a half of work where I wasn't even working. It's literally zero. I would be losing nothing. And like, sure, I'm probably making money for the rest of this year, like somewhere in this year, but I don't think it would be that much. And honestly, memories are way, 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 way more important than money. You can get money back. You can't get back memories. That's why you spend money to go to concerts or go on vacation and wherever. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $20 or immediately win $10? Give me the $10. Just boom, easy. Cause like the chance of it's like the same thing, but guarantee is nice. Just taking it and leaving rather than potentially just crying about it. Not crying, but being upset that I didn't get any money. Would you rather know how you die or know when you'll die? I want to know how I'll die, and I won't. I would probably try. Like I'd probably gain a fear from that, but knowing when I die is worse. Cause the whole like you're not supposed to know when you die, and that. Eh. Knowing when I die would also potentially spiral me into despair or whatever. So I'll just know how I die. Would you rather be blind but able to see crystal clear underwater or be deaf always? Um, I'll be blind except for underwater because what I'll do is I'll get a get like a some water goggles or something. Fill them with water, put them on, and my eyes are underwater, and then I'm not blind anymore. Because it only matters that my eyes are underwater to be not blind. because I can see crystal clear when my eyes are underwater. So I'll just wear really weird glasses. And then I'd finally fit in with all of my friends who all have glasses somehow, except for like two of them. Would you rather give up all internet and social media, but be able to travel the world for free, or have the best internet in the world for free, but never leave your house? I mean, as much as it is my dream to become a YouTuber and everything, never being able to leave my house is pain. I would never be able to connect with people. I would never be able to enjoy the outside, and I love the outdoors, not that I go out there too often. And social media isn't that important. The internet would suck, but like single player games are still there for a reason. Uh, and being able to travel the world for free, I imagine this also means like any like housing costs and food costs while traveling is free as well. In which case I could just always travel and live for free, and then I wouldn't need to do any job or anything. So, travel for free. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals or walk barefoot through a pitch black snake infested corridor? Um, I mean, I don't really care about being in the dark. And also, snakes, they're just like muscle tubes. I, I, I'm imagining this isn't venomous snakes. Or if they are, just like, don't get bit. Cringer. I don't know. I'm not scared about the dark, and I'm not really scared about snakes. So, and I don't want to burn my tootsies. So yeah. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death or the executioner in charge of killing them? Um, Yee. Being the judge would be crazy because I don't think I'm fit for being a judge. I'm definitely much more of a laborer, much more of a. I'm not a free thinker. In when it comes to work, I'm not really a free thinker. I'm just do the thing and get it done and do what needs to be done. So I'm much more fit for being an executioner, but I really don't want to be an executioner. I also don't really want to be a judge, and I'm not really designed to be a judge, but eh, if I'm the judge who's sentencing people to death, that doesn't mean I have to sentence people to death. Then it wouldn't come up very often. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be the judge. I'll figure out how how that works. Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? Bad luck. I would. What does bad luck really entail? Does it mean like a bird will always be pooping on me and like I'm always getting mildly sunburnt or something and it's always raining when I want it to be sunny and sunny when I want it to be raining? Kind of stuff like that. Like haunted by a demon seeking possession. What does that mean as well? Like just can I just either or I would just have to like how would I go about removing either of these? I feel like removing the demon is and it's easier to find a way to remove the demon than to remove the hex because removing the getting rid of the demon with can't I just go to some like church or something and they're just like, "Hey, can you cleanse my soul?" And then they would and then I'd be good. So yeah, I'll be haunted by a demon because then I'll just go and get it fixed. whereas I don't even know where to get unhexed. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? I'm assuming this means all physically, and this is not a black and white situation. I mean, it is, but it's not how reality works. This literally can't be a real situation because you will be attracted to someone like if I'm married to someone, sooner or later I will be attracted to their body eventually. And I'll also just be attracted to their person and everything. And I would rather the situation would change where I would become attracted to them, and I'd rather be dating or marrying someone that is attracted to me because then they will care for me and not use me and abuse me or whatever. Excuse me. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise or a low-paying job that you love doing? A low-paying job that I love doing, so long as the low pay is enough to live, then I'm good. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? Uh, a mile is like a 1.6 kilometers or something like that ish. Uh, that's not that far. That's not that far at all. Is this in like the summertime? So I can't do this during winter. It's too cold. 100 miles is a lot. I like walking, but not 100 miles. I guess I could just take my time getting home. Yeah, fuck it. I'll walk 100 miles. And I'll take my time, see some sights or whatever, think about stuff, and then when I get home, go to sleep. Because 100 miles is a lot. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab $100 out of a public toilet? I mean, toilet water isn't really dirty, so long as I'm I'm gonna for the benefit of the doubt, I'm gonna assuming this public toilet is flushed and like flushed and then the money dropped in which case it's not really like a super dirty toilet, and toilet water is literally just water. So I'd probably take the $100 and then wash it and wash my hands and then problem solved and plus 95 more dollars. So like yeah, it's gross, but like it's only gross for like 2 minutes and then okay, like 4 minutes and then you're chilling. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? Ooh, this is interesting. I don't have 100 favorite books. I certainly watch movies a lot more than I read, but reading is there's a lot of very, 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 very valuable books with a lot of very valuable life lessons and knowledge that you can learn from it. Uh, and then with with movies, oh, actually, there's a workaround to this. If I give up books, you can still like go and find videos of people talking about lessons from books and describing the books. There's probably like there's still ways to get that knowledge from those books without reading them. And then I get to enjoy movies, which I don't watch movies that often, but like I get to watch them every now and then, whenever I want. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early to everything? Wow, 20 minutes late. Um, because 2 hours early means I can only do like, there's only so many things I can do in a day at that point. Because being 2 hours early to everything, I think that means like waking up 2 hours earlier than I should, eating breakfast 2 hours earlier than I should. Um, if I go to work, I'm going to work two. Wait, but if I go to work, I can work 2 hours early, but then I also leave 2 hours early. Always be 20 minutes late to everything, or always be 2 hours early to everything. So, if I was 2 hours early to everything, I would just work, like, I would just do everything 2 hours before everyone else. Which, oh, actually, I don't know about that then. Because then there'd be 4 hours where, let's say I'm hanging out with friends, there'd be 4 hours. There'd be the first 2 hours where I'm not actually hanging out with my friends, and then we start hanging out, and then I leave 2 hours before we're done hanging out. And, uh, I'd rather just be 20 minutes late to everything. All my friends have left, and I'm just gonna stand there for 20 minutes before leaving. Would you rather find a dead body or be a witness to a deadly assault? Um, ooh, I'd rather witness a deadly assault, I think. Because then I just like, because I think that's just cleaner than dealing with this dead body. Because witnessing the a deadly assault, I can just like once I've said this is what I saw, this is what happened, yada yada yada, it's done. Whereas with a dead body, it would be like an ongoing case, and I'd probably be asked to like talk about it multiple times for to multiple different people and whatnot, which is just Uh, and like witnessing a deadly assault is just like it not fun, but seeing a dead body is also not fun. Both bad. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds for you? Neither. I don't want either. I refuse to change my past because the past makes who I am. And then seeing what the future holds for me, while I really don't want that and it really sucks, it would at least like, and it's not like I can change that future just as seeing what's happening. Um, I imagine I can only look once, and I'll just look like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll look into the future, which I don't want to do, but it's better than seeing than changing the past because the changing the past changes who I am entirely. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? One great friend, because a great friend is important to have. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose one day off your life every time you kissed someone? Oh. Well, I don't go around kissing many people, and that would just put such an extreme romantic value to my kisses. I'd just be like, hey, every time I kiss you, it costs me a day, and then like that'd be hot for them. Probably not. They'd probably be like, what the fuck are you saying? Gross. Whatever. I I don't. I need my teeth. They do a lot of things for me. I'd rather lose a day off my life for each kiss, because I won't lose that many days in the long run. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? Um, who is my worst enemy? My worst enemy is the government. I don't know. No, I don't have an enemy. And enemies aren't a thing. like having an enemy is basically like what an enemy is someone that you vehement so much and you hate their existence and you actively go of your way to assail them. And I don't have that. So I'd rather see no one. I'll just lose the lottery ticket. That'd be heart crushing. But I guess I'll see my worst enemy win the lottery because then no one wins. Whatever. There's always another time. My worst enemy can have it. They aren't real. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? Wow. I think true love because true love would make any job mean so much more because then every job that I do would wouldn't just be for me. It would be for me and the love of my life. And love is I think more important than just a good professional time. I think there's more value in the love than the passion of a good job. And like YouTubing is my dream job, but there's other things that I can do that are similar. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? I'd rather have a pause button. Again, I don't want to go back into the past. Do not change that. That's good as it is, with all the mistakes and faults and everything. Having a pause button would be chill because then I would just like pause it for like 10 minutes. Like if I'm in an argument and I would literally just pause the argument to let myself collect and then unpause and say, okay, now I can be mature about this. So pause button. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Oh, oh, ooh, ah. Um, I th I think drowning is a faster death than being boiled to death, and I have a feeling it's a little less painful. And I don't think the gasoline makes a big difference, so I'll drown in gas. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never have friends again? Make a new friend every day. Way more important than money. The fuck? I could just ask the friends for money. And if they stop being my friend because I keep asking them for money, I'm making a new friend every day. So like, yeah. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? Give my life to save my family. I don't I don't like again, it's just one life and like yeah, I'd rather live on live and see at least some of my family die before me. But it's I'm not gonna kill them all just so that I can live, just so that I can live longer than them. Like no, I'll save my family. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do, or have hurt everyone you care about, but they'll never find out it was you? I mean, I've hurt, I've hurt, I have hurt everyone I care about. It's just they know that it's me, and then I've said sorry, and then if I can, and I'm okay with hurting the ones I care about sometimes if it's necessary. So I'd rather hurt everyone I love without being blamed. Because they wouldn't blame me, but I would approach them and say, hey, I did this, I'm sorry, but I think it's for your benefit. Because I imagine I would be hurting them in a way, like telling them, say, like, I don't know. There, there is productive. there are times where you can hurt the ones you care about, and it's a good thing that you're doing that. And yeah, that's the option I'm choosing. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone you know has many incurable STDs? Again, I don't really have a worst enemy, and I don't want STDs, so give me my worst enemy. Ah, I hate them so much. Would you rather only eat food you don't like or give up all liquids except for water? Um, I'll give up all liquids except for water. I mostly just have water anyways. Um, it would suck that I wouldn't get to have like milk anymore because I like cereal in the morning because yes, I'm one of those people. Um, and like I'm kind of a fiend for pop, but oh well, it would be healthy for me to not be able to drink pop anymore. And alcohol, that's gone, that's fine. Um, and then like soup broths are water, that's water, so that's still allowed. And I like eating, and I don't want to not like eating, so buy liquids. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? Max volume, baby. That's how I basically do it anyways. Would you rather meet your hero and find out that they don't like you or never meet your hero at all? I've already met my hero. My um do I have like another hero that I haven't met? I don't know. I don't need to meet them. That's fine. It would be way more heart crushing to know that someone I uh, put on such a pedestal just doesn't like me. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life or never have friends for the rest of your life? No more pets. I really want another dog, but friends are more important than pets, I'd say. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life or live pain-free but everyone you know and love will be in excruciating pain for the rest of your life? I'll take that pain. I'll take that pain and live the rest of my life in that pain because that pain will sometimes feel good because I'll know that I saved everyone else in my life from being in that pain. Thank you for answering my questions, but we are not yet done. Bro, it's almost been 3 hours. What we we have made it through many categories except for one. Okay? These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heart beat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn of all your love and bathe in all your hate. So one last time, we sit together as we await the final revelation. Hey, that's the game name. These are the last questions I have. The last examination. Take your time. Do think hard. Savor every moment dearly. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Morbid, destructive, insane, unclean, volatile, impudent. I'm volatile. Wait, impetulant? I don't even know what that means. Hang on. Google. Impetulant. Meaning. Uh, Uh, so being petulant is insolent or rude in speech or behavior, characterized by temporary or capricious ill humor. Peevish. Pe peevish. Okay. Well, I want impetulant, not petulant. Uh, okay. Well, I guess impetulant just isn't a real word. I'll just take it as petulant. Ah, whatever. I'm volatile. I change all over the place, and I have a whole bunch of swirling blah blah blah, blah that just goes everywhere. um, choose one of the words that resonates with you most. Curious, intrigued, fascinated, interested, inquisitive. Oh, I'm I'm interested. I'm invested. I'm willing to. Yeah, I'm interested. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? Yeah. Small little lies all the time, baby. And then usually my lies are like hiding the truth, which isn't really a lie. It's just not saying what's going on, and then I'll tell them later when it's better time. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? Um, I don't know. I think yes, yes, I have. Yes, there have definitely been times where I got impatient and harsh with my words, and then just like kind of blew up when it wasn't good. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Well, I just said I did, and that's how I have hurt someone who didn't deserve it. And yeah, I don't really lose my temper anymore, but I do occasionally, I guess. Um, and I used to lose it all the time. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? I mean, bugs count as animals, and I fucking kill them all the time. So yeah, yeah. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? I mean, like, yes. Not like seriously, but yes. I've um I blame my brother all the time for the things that I do around the house, like I left a cup in the living room or something, and then I'll just say like, "Oh, my brother did it, and it wasn't me." So yeah, it's not like anything serious though. Have you ever abandoned a pet? Nope. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? Ooh, have I? I don't think so. Uh, I definitely wouldn't say abandoned. Maybe there are times where um I didn't go to them when they asked for me and when they kind of needed me, but during those times I wouldn't have been available or yada yada yada. Not necessarily, it's not like abandoning, because abandoning means like, to me, abandoning means never coming back, and like I would always come back later when it's more appropriate for me at least. So no. Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? Have I? Oh yeah. Yes. I steal my friend's food all the time. That's your food, more like my food. Nom nom nom. Have you ever broken something to spite someone that you cared about? I don't think so. I've certainly broken things out of like anger, but not to spite someone. And I take great care of objects, and like that I don't escalate the situation like that. I don't think I have done that. Not to my rememory. Rememory? Have you ever played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged? Played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged. So, um, hmm, have I? Have I now? I don't think so. No, I haven't. I don't really play victim. I try and look at situations like this more objectively, and I don't like being. I don't want to be a victim. It's, it's gross. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? No. That would be a that would be impressive if I did. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? No. No. No, I have not. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? No. What? If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause their death, would you write down anyone's name? No. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? I yeah, I think I could. I spend like a good amount of time alone on my computer just doing like playing games, nothing really important. I do spend like a good amount of time with my family, and I mean all my friends are really busy right now, so I don't really get to see them much currently, but I do spend time with them pretty much whenever we can. But I can spend a bit more time with like family for sure. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? Have I? I don't know. If I not recently, definitely not recently. It would have to be when I was a kid. Um, I've, I mean, hmm, I think I've always like begrudgingly apologized and like not really meant it, but still apologized because I was like forced to. And nowadays, I just like apologize for things, own up to my. I like to own up to my mistakes if I can, if I recognize I'm making a mistake. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Yes, yes. I waste time worrying about things like that sometimes, and it's unfortunate. Uh, do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? Um, I mean, negativity does breed off negativity. Like, I know negativity does bring other people down, and I do try and always be a very uplifting, positive person. Sometimes I can't always do that. Uh, yes, yes. I think I have made other people a bit. Yes, yes, definitely, for sure. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Yes. I'm not the best at standing up for myself. I think I'm pretty good at standing up for other people, just not myself all the time. Especially, it also really depends who I'm standing up to. Because, like, if I was standing up to a teacher, in school, when I was in school, that's really easy. But like standing up to my parents or my friends or my siblings is not really easy because I care about them so much. Uh, but yes, I have regretted not standing up for myself. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision making too much? No. Other people definitely influence my decision making, but I don't think it's too much. I think that's just a human thing, and I certainly like take their advice and consider it, but I don't always necessarily change my decisions or make decisions for other people's like wills or thoughts. So no. Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? No, I think the life that I live is pretty honest. I don't lie too much, and when I lie, it's not about big things. It's about small things that are okay to lie about, and I do eventually tell the truth, just not like again, it's the whole like I hide truth kind of thing. Like that is being, that's not really being dishonest. Like it's not being honest, but it's not being dishonest in a way. But I think I'm okay with how honest I am. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? Yes. There were a couple of times in the past where I was dishonest, and then when I brought it out, brought out my true feelings or opinions or whatever, it has hurt someone. I don't know about suffer. I guess suffer, yeah. Suffer, hurt, kind of same thing. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? No, I don't think so. No, no. Not many people have left my life where there's something I'm like, oh, I wish I told you. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? Um, no. What? I'm not gonna be all high and haughty like, oh, my time's worth way more than this person's giving me value for. And it's like, no. I choose to spend my time how I spend it, and uh, like someone is immediately worth my time if I'm choosing to spend time with them. That because it's my decision to be spending time with them. If I think someone's unworthy of my time, I just won't give them my time. That's that's how it is. Do you feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you most? I don't feel like I do. I don't feel like I do, no. I'm not gonna elaborate. I just eh. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? Um, Currently not right now, because currently I'm only working towards things that I'm passionate about. But when I was working, or when I was in school, yes, though 100% those all felt like I was just wasting my time. And now that I'm out of school, I've realized that school there certainly wasn't a waste of time, but working, I mean, you're still making money, but so it's not like a complete waste, but it's spending a lot of time on something that I don't value enough, which certainly yes, but currently now, no, I don't think I spend too much time working towards something that I'm not passionate about. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? Oof. Um, well, I think I'm working towards my full potential right now, but I'm not at my full potential. So, yeah. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that you truly want? Yes, sometimes. I'm trying to face fears better. It's not easy. Ugh. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? Yes, I have before. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? Oh god, yes. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? No. I think I'm chasing the right things, which is happiness and uh for me and the ones around me. And chasing that doesn't necessarily mean always being happy. It just means trying to build a situation where I can be happy for myself and make other people happy. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? No, I don't really plan for the future at all. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? No, I think we like each other a fairly equal amount. If not, I think I like them more. But I don't really want to say that definitively. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? A pet is family, bitch. And uh no. So no, I've loved my pet maybe equal to family, but no. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? No. Will just not respond if I don't want to go. Or like, yeah, I'll just tell them like, no. So no. And like, sometimes I'm like, hey, sometimes like not really like planning on doing anything, but then they ask this, and I'm like, no, I'll I'm planning on doing something, and then I'll go and do that something. So I sometimes use this as motivation to get me to do something, which isn't an excuse. So yeah. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? Hmm. Considering like I spend pretty much all of my free time on my computer. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? Oof, probably. Not that I know of. I think everyone deserves to be defended to a degree. To a certain point, most people should have a chance to be defended. And a lot of the time, people are getting assailed for things that they don't really deserve to be assailed for, and uh, and like maybe they're not really given a chance, or like they're not being fully thought about. So I think no. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? No, I can admit when I'm wrong easily because it's right there. Like it's so obvious when you're wrong, and you might as well just say, "Hey, I fucked up," and then go about it. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures or on someone or something else? No. No, I am the reason I failure personally. It's me. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? Yeah. Well, yes. I'll say yes because I don't think past events is real evidence that they did a thing now. So like it's all speculation. But yeah, certainly. Have you ever had sex with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? Nope. Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? Uh, uh, no. 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 Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? No. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? I mean, I certainly could take better care of my own health. I do. I think I take care of my health pretty well, but I certainly could take better care. It could be as something as easy as not sitting down for like sitting down 15 minutes less in my day than usual. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? Have I? Um, I think I have like maybe once when I was below the age of 10. Maybe. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? What? Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? Oh, like how. Oh, okay. So basically, have I ever went out of my way to go get something, not because I wanted it, but because someone else wanted it and I wanted to rub it in their face that I had it? In like video games, yeah, but I won't quantify that as real. Um, no. No. Yeah, no. Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? Yeah, all the time. Not all the time, a lot of the time. Kind of like back ahead thing. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? I mean, I guess so. In like at the end of middle school, in the summer break transitioning from middle school to high school, I kind of just lost all of my friends and like didn't talk to any of them throughout the entire summer. So, and then going into high school, some of them were in different schools and uh a lot of them started doing like drugs and stuff, which I didn't like at the time, and I also still don't really like the idea of drugs other than like weed and like maybe shrooms once or twice. Um, so yeah, I have. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have rather than being grateful for what you do have? Oh, I don't think so. Well, ever feel like, yes, there are definitely times where I'm focusing too much on negative parts, but generally I am focusing more on what I do have rather than what I don't have. But there are times where I do focus too much on the negative aspects of my life. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? Yes. And finally, do you feel like you're a good person? I think so. I think I think a good person is uh someone someone can make plenty of mistakes and faults and still be a good person so long as they uh, try and try and improve on themselves and try and are trying to do the right thing, which I believe I am doing. So yes, I think I'm a good person. Very interesting. That concludes the ending of your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyze your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I've expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you of your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must, in turn, be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I am forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me, in return I shall share this with you, This is what I see. You just might be the most beautiful soul to walk this earth without ever even realizing it. I don't think I'm the most beautiful, but thanks. You have so much love inside to give, and you don't have enough people to truly give it to. You may have to try extra hard to find enough people willing to accept your love, but once they accept you and let you in, they will never want to let you go. Anyone who isn't interested in giving you a chance is not worthy of your love. Remember that and hold it dear to you. You do not want to get hurt, but you need to understand that only those willing to take a hit will go somewhere in life. That's true. Forgive those who have wronged you in the past, but do not forget the lessons they taught you. This is imperative to your happiness. Yeah, that makes sense. Forgive and move on and whatever yeah. More people should really give you a chance sometimes, not for your benefit, but for their own. They're really missing out on such a wonderful individual and all of the things you have to offer them. Just know that no matter what, whether people wisen up and begin to understand you for who you really are, or whether they just ignore it for whatever reason, you are going to be just fine. Your success and happiness is determined by one thing, and one thing only: yourself. Your secret word is fair. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Alright, writing it down on the sticky note that I've had on my desk for like 3 weeks, and it now has all 3 words from all 3 games. If you received an ending that you've already received before from previous examinations, remember, we did not ask you your secret words prior to taking this test, so that should be very telling. It means something very special. If your result was the same as something you've got previously, we'd like you to add the phrase twin words next to your secret word in the comments. If you received an entirely new outcome, then that means you've got multiple layers of things to work on in your journey, or you may just have an extra layer of depth to your personality. But only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions. You've found deeper meanings. You've been enlightened, and you've helped others find enlightenment. Many people have wondered just what the test series is truly about. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection in your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all of the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of the thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables, but they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. Yes. We judge each other and are judged ourselves by our peers who do the same exact shit that they judge us for in the end. Yes. And that we judge them for too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. You feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We are losing loved ones before their time, and any one of us can fall on the hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. We're all flawed because we're all human. We're all scared because we're all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we're all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all the secret words that have been gathered that match yours. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know not of yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help and reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they've spread. We've read how many people say that their lives are forever changed. And I'll tell you one thing. If even one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting, and every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you helped spread the message out to others. You helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people have you to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand that someone is suffering just as much as they are. They're just too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We were brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random Studios would like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the end of this game, so the world knows of your good deeds in spreading the word and participating, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles and continues to do so on future titles will be put into the credits of our new massive project that we've been working on. But that's not the good part. We will also be going through and selecting names from those who leave comments on all of our titles and putting their names right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item, a piece of the lore, or a character named after them, and much more. You've contributed your time and energy and helped others in need. We want to make sure you're commemorated for your efforts and get the admiration you deserve. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You will plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make, and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future for our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline, and the world will get to see how they all tie in together. You helped shape it. You helped make it where it is. and we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left on our titles all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all of our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and everything you continue to do for the world. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. A word from the developers. If any of these games even save one life, it was all worth it. And that means that you're a part of that. You're a part of saving someone's life. Most people will live their entire lives never having done something special like that. Even if you didn't particularly find anything useful yourself from the test series, just by you spreading the word, you've helped others who do find something beneficial from this series, who really could use help in their time of need, as shown in the plethora of positive and inspirational comments left on the series as a whole. So thank you for spreading the word and helping so many people who really truly need it. Some will go their entire lives living selfishly, never lifting a finger to help someone else unless it personally benefits themselves. I'm sure you've met some people like that in your lifetime, and that's okay. There's a place for all types of people in the world. We need people like that to create balance. We need the selfish with the selfless. We need the good with the bad. We need the happiness with the sadness. We need it all in order to appreciate what we have and what we don't have. But these games have helped people, and that means you've helped people. If you've left a comment, you were a part of this. If you continue to leave comments, you continue to be a part of this. If you've shared this, you've helped someone. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself and read some of the words people have left for the rest of the world to see. Look at the joy and positivity you've helped spread throughout the world in such a dark, dark time, where people are sick and dying, people are separated by both difference and indifference. The one thing we all have in common is that we are all human inside. It doesn't matter where we come from, how we grew up, what we've been through, what our opinions and preferences are, what we enjoy, what we dislike, how we judge, and are judged. In the end, we're all human. We all feel. We all have the same thoughts, the same feelings and emotions, and each and every person living among us has their own lives. Each person in the center of their own universe, every individual in their own family, in their own friends, and their own circle. They mean something to the world. They mean something to someone even when they don't feel like it. They do. Trust me, you do. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for encouraging other people to be a part of this. Thank you for spreading something so uniting in such a divisive world. Thank you for opening up your heart and your mind in order to create acceptance, not only for everyone else, but for yourself as well. Even in our differences, we aren't so different after all, and we're in this world together. Let's make it a happy stay for everyone. Yeah, I agree. Thanks for making me read at Mach 10. Oh, we would also like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier and his community for supporting us through our other titles. It has really meant so much to us as longtime fans, and the amount of joy you bring to the rest of the world throughout your content and your community's support is second to none. Thank you for being you, and we really hope you get to punch a nun at some point in the near future. We want to wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and may your life be flooded with the happiness you deserve. As a side note to anyone and everyone who has taken the time to be here, we have also developed a game titled The Testing Chamber, which can be considered connected to the Test trilogy in a very special way, so feel free to check that out, as we think it's a quite unique experience, which I certainly think I will. Oh, uh, the Test series I've really enjoyed it. It's honestly been like, these have been some of my favorite games to play in quite some time. So, yeah. Oh god. If you enjoyed what the Test trilogy had to offer, then we truly believe that you'll love the playstyle of the Testing Chamber, as it takes everything that its predecessors offered and amplifies the experience to an unprecedented degree. We genuinely hope you give the Testing Chamber a chance, as we've spent countless hours of passionate development making it where it is, and we hope after playing it that it means as much to you as it does to us. In the meantime, we would like to recommend our title called The Advisor to you. We feel that it provides a great opportunity for player-developer interaction and allows players to cast their vote on where the story should head. It's a choices matter style of game, and that's never been done before, as you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. I think that's been done before, but whatever. You know, I'm not gonna fault their claim. Maybe it hasn't been done before. Thank you for listening to us pour our hearts out about our passion projects. We put a lot of time and effort into what we build, and we just want the same thing that everyone else wants in life, a chance. With that being said, keep a hold of your secret words. You're gonna need them for when you're chasing demons. Oh, you're right. You are right. I will be needing them. I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. She loves me. God damn, dude. Don't do this. She loves me not. She loves me. Please, I beg of you. She loves me not. Gah! She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. So let her choice take its toll. And in her cell, may she rot. Damn. I'd also like to give a very okay, I've already read this. If you go to the Telegrams, you'll find a link to... Oh! They gave a link to In Space with Markiplier in here? That's hilarious. Well, I guess not hilarious. That's great. Feel free to check out our other titles on this... Yep. Check these out. Yeah. I mean, I certainly want to play some of these other games. I don't know about all of them. That is a lot of games. Maybe eventually, but... Wait. What the fuck is wrong with you? Thank you, and we... Okay. So, yeah. We've made a list of names of those who have supported our projects along the way, and we will be continuing to extend this list in future titles. Would you like to see them now? Warning, the list is quite long. Sure. Okay. Alright. I just sat through like goddamn 15 minutes of credits or something. They weren't lying when they said the list was very, very long. There's like thousands of people. And like, goddamn, 4 of them were named The Boat or something like that. Ah. Okay. Anyways. Oh, goddamn, now I'm in the way of the other titles. God, okay. I'm here again. Thank you. Okay. Test Trilogy was amazing. Hey, Chasing Demons is out already. Which is cool and great. I'll probably try it. I don't know if I'll make a video about it. Maybe a couple. It is an RPG. I do know those tend to take a long time. But yeah. With this Tales Trilogy has really been... It's been fun. It's been fun, and it's been great, and it's been valuable. But goddamn, my brain is fried now because this has been going for almost 4 goddamn hours. Thank you, Random Games, for being the company or series people, whoever, for being you and making these games and making me play them. You forced me, definitely. Don't try to hide it. So anyways, that was the test final revelation. Bye. I don't know what. Please leave. Get out of here. I'm so hungry. I need to eat food. Okay. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah. Um, take care of yourselves and the people around you. Wink. I don't know. Um, I think sitting through those credits really took it out of me. Ugh. So, okay. Anyways, that has been the Test Trilogy. Fuck. Goodbye.